Hello everyone, Manny here, and in today's video, it's one of those, was it worth it? Videos in which I give my own opinions on products that I've purchased and whether or not were they worth it. And this is only so that you, the consumer, can make your own decision whether or not to purchase these kinds of products. In today's video, we'll be looking at SPEEDQB's EMP Pants. I've been using these pants for quite some time, and I think I can give my opinion on whether or not was it worth it purchasing them. But before we do that, don't forget to like the channel so that you can see more videos like these and other what if videos under my playlist section. With that being said, let's go over to the table where I have everything set up to make my judgments and comparisons and talk a little bit about the EMP Pants. Okay, everyone, now that we are out here on the table, let's talk about a little bit about the EMP Pants, and it's just going to be quick and brief. Some of you might already know this product or have already been eyeing it if you're watching this video, but the EMP Pants are obviously from SPEEDQB, and they were released around 2000, and they were already an established company. SPEEDQB was already established, so when these pants got released, there was already a hype for it, and people were looking to use them, to get them, to acquire them. And with the label price retail of around $160, and that's before taxes, that's what you were pretty much paying for these pants. Now, it does come with a lot of features, right? The four-way stretching, right? The extra padding, the ability to insert knee pads or to adjust certain spots like the above the knee or the thigh or around the ankles for that, and the modularity that it came with the other products that SPEEDQB has to offer, right? Now, that was just a brief talk about the EMP Pants. It was pretty quick. I'm not gonna go so much into detail about them. What are my thoughts about the EMP Pants? That's gonna decide whether or not I think it's worth it. So some good ones, right? Like I mentioned previously, the four-way stretching is nice. It's comfortable, even though I have certain negatives about that. And the ability to adjust, which is not really anything new or anything different that you might see in pants that you usually see being used for high performance reasons, right? Whether it is tactical reasons or whether it is, competitive reasons. So that's nice. I like the Velcro panels on the side because sometimes I like wearing patches, but that's mostly my airsoft nerd side talking. So when it comes to the good stuff about it, that's pretty much it. What are the negative thoughts that I have about the EMP Pants? Well, there's a few things. One of those, and this is mostly from personal accounts from individuals that have used this both in a casual way and in a competitive way. And one of those things is the quality control or the ability that the EMP Pants has to sustain the constant use of them, right? For me, I still haven't good. There's obviously some discoloration on them because I've been washing them and following the directions of the way it's supposed to be washed. And I feel that's why it's lasted, even though I use them also in a casual manner. But one of the issues is the four-way stretching, the material or the stitching would always come off. And that's from people, again, that use it in a competitive way. The other issue that I had was either the material in between wouldn't handle the constant stress of it stretching, because obviously SPEEDQB or competitive players are constantly moving. They're trying to hold certain angles and having to be in certain ways that it's going to cause stress in the material. And while that is good that they're doing that, and obviously that's going to happen, it would happen in a pretty often way, which a lot of people started diverting away from these pants, and they rather continued using the usual paintball ones, which is kind of odd thing to see, right? If a product that's aimed for competitive airsoft users. The other issue that I had was belt loops. For some reason, they added belt loops, and my assumption is that you can use belts with it. Aside from their the SPEEDQB belt that they have, or the belt rig, they don't have a loop in the rear. And without that loop in the rear, you're gonna have your gear, if you're not using the SPEEDQB belt, it's gonna ride up. It's gonna constantly ride up. And you could say you could use a male Velcro belt, but it only has Velcro in the back, right? Not all the way around. So now you have the issue where it's gonna be riding in the front, right? So I don't know why they went with that design. They haven't changed it since then, from the looks of it. So that's a big one of the issues that I had, where it doesn't matter if you wear a belt, it's just gonna keep riding up, and it makes it uncomfortable. It just keeps digging in the small of your back. So I don't really like that. I didn't really like it. Like I said previously, the stitching, there's certain points where the stitching has issues. I did say it between the crotch and between the legs. The other one was at the waterproof pockets. The zippers are already gone on these, and I really wouldn't use this in that manner. The zipper quality, not that great either. So those zippers are pretty much gone. Those pockets, I can't use them anymore. I have had this pants for a while, but that shouldn't be a reason for it to start deteriorating once I started using it like in a constant basis. So those are my issues with the EMP pants. The final one that pretty much kind of decides everything, and it's the main idea of this channel, is the price. You're pretty much paying for SPEEDQB. That's what you're paying for. They're not bringing anything crazy to the table. They're just adding their label and marketing this to a specific user base. And that's what it seems like. If you compare this side to side with for instance, combat pants, you can pretty much point everything as being the same, other than what, the Velcro panels on the side. Most combat pants have excessive material between the legs so that you're able to stretch and be able to squat down, stuff like that. So, and they don't really need some stretching material for it. So that's where I find kind of weird that the price tag would be around $160 something. It's a little bit crazy for me for it to be that price. Even now it's around 145 or so. So, and I'm gonna be honest with you, you don't really see a lot of SPEEDQB products being sold anymore in your local airsoft shops. So that kind of tells you exactly where this is going. And the hype was there at the beginning, and people realized what they were getting for the price that they were getting it for, and it just wasn't there. So what is my final verdict for the EMP pants? Well, it's pretty obvious. It's not worth it. It was not worth it. The $160 that I paid when this was, I think I purchased it like half a year after it was released, were not worth it. Most certainly. They are comfortable. It is nice to have comfortable clothing, but the average user putting down $160 for just some pants that you might only use for airsoft, or feel like using for airsoft because it doesn't even match the style of clothing that you wear, is not worth it for me. But that being said, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Am I right? Am I wrong? Does this give you enough information to make a decision? Let me know in the comments down below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more videos like these and for more Was It Worth It videos. With that being said, this has been Manny, and until next time. Some people believe it's rivaling even that of High Kappa and Glock for rifle, as well as we have pistols. If you wish to take a picture.